there was this king who kumbaga pa, he offered, nagpa-contest siya, no? He established a competition, and this was participated by all the brilliant minds of those times, including Newton. He was actually, he wanted to know if the solar system is stable. Okay? Meaning that, are we guaranteed that we are going to orbit the sun for forever, or maybe basin at some point will be catapulted, or maybe mawala ka sa orbit, or maybe di man sa mawala sa orbit, but suddenly the orbit will change. And of course, we already know that the orbit was an ellipse. So what the king wanted to know, I don't know if it was the king, but what the competition wanted to determine is that to solve what we call a problem, many body problem. And actually, to solve what we call the three-body problem. Okay? I don't know if it was really the three-body problem, but in general, it could be an n-body problem. But let's just focus in three-body problem. So the three-body problem. So the three-body problem is, of course, you have three bodies, right? M1, which is given by R1. And of course, you're already familiar with this type, diba? M2. And sounds familiar, or looks familiar, right? So many siya. And you have M3. But in this case, the difference is that, okay, instead of the charges, we are actually taking the masses. Because sa atong previously, when we calculated the electric field, we were not concerned with the mass. What we were after was the charge. The mass did not play a role, okay, in calculating for the electric force. But in this case, the three masses are interacting through what we call a gravitational force. Okay, so the force involved here is gravitation. Means that M1, M2, M3. What is a famous example of three-body problem? The motion of the sun, the moon, and the earth. That's a three-body problem, right? Of course, in general, if the motion of the solar system is what we call many-body problem. Okay? But, okay. Kanisha, okay, the position of M1 is given by R1. The position of M2 is given by R2, and M3 is given by R3. Now, of course, M1 would feel a gravitational force due to M2, and gravitational force is always attractive. That means that, okay, we need this vector here. We need to... Now, of course, in the perspective of M1, M1 will experience a force from M2, a gravitational force due to M2, and it's attractive, padulong dire. So we can think of this as, this force here is F21. The force on 1, or 1, 2 na lang. We can think of the F1 to notation. No? The force on 1 due to 2. This is the gravitational force. How about this one? This force here would be equal to F13. Okay? Okay. Similarly, M2 would experience a force from this, diba? Okay? So, padulong dito. We can call this now F21, right? And of course, we know that F12 is just equal to negative F21, right? Pareho silang magnitude, but on the opposite direction. And due to 3, and 3 will also have a force due to 1 and due to 2, right? So the motion of this body will be affected by this, depende sa ilang initial condition. For example, it could be that at initial time equals 0, M1 has this velocity, M2 has that velocity, and M3 has this velocity. And of course, their velocities will be affected by the net forces, right? So, kaninga force will be affected by the net forces of this. Ato pa, this velocity will magkaroon ng acceleration dire, okay? Depending on the net force, right? So basically, to get the equation of motion here, you have M1, in M1 all alone. What is, di ba, summation of forces equals MA, right? And of course, MA is just M1 d squared R1 over dt squared. This is the acceleration of R1. And what is the force? This is just for R1, for M1. This is MA, and summation of forces. What are the forces? That would be F12 plus F13, right? But what is F12? This is gravitational force. We can now write it explicitly. The gravitational force is just G M1 M2 over R3 minus, R2 minus R1 cubed times R2 minus R1. Notice the similarity. This is just almost the Coulomb's law, di ba? Only that M is replaced, the Q there is replaced by M. And G replaces K, which is K is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. That's why they said that Coulomb copied this force from Newton, but it's not actually copying. But there's a meme on that on the internet. Okay? Plus G M or M1 M3 over R3 minus R1 cube times R3 minus R1. Now, how many of these equations? We have 3. Second equation is M2 d squared R2 over dt squared plus. And of course, the third equation would be M d squared R. This is 3 na, no? dt squared, acceleration. And this would be equal to G M3 R2 minus R3. Notice that this one is just the negative of this, right? So, how many equations do you see? There are 3 equations. But these are vector equations. Each of these will have 3 components. Sa ato pa, we are seeing here 9 equations. Okay? And these are nonlinear differential equations. Because in order for you to solve this, you have to break it down by the coordinates, x, y, and z. So sa ato pa diri na kay x1, y1, z1. Here na kay x2, y2, z2. And x3, y3, z3. You have 3 by 3, so 9 equations. So the king wanted this solved. What the king wanted is that to solve this problem, but in order to solve this problem, what do we need? What is the king expecting? Okay? And he is expecting something like an equation. Okay, what we call a closed form equation. Kaya ako na ning i-reason diri ha. The king, the answer to this one is that they wanted to derive what we call a closed form equation. Closed form. Okay, a closed form formula. Or a closed form solution. What's a closed form solution? A closed form solution is something that is a solution which is a formula. A formula, well, every solution is a formula, but it is a formula where you don't need to, kumbaga pa, you don't need to approximate in order to use it. I mean, at some point you have to approximate, pero, okay, masabta na niyo sa late or sa ng closed form, okay? But somehow, a closed form is something like an equation of the trajectory. We want an equation of the trajectory such that it's the only thing we will need. That means that they wanted the solution for this is R1 of t, R2 of t, and R3 of t. We need this trajectory. Yung saning R1 of t, this will give us now the trajectory of the first mass. Sabtan? Trajectory of the second mass. And we want a formula for that. Now, okay, to understand closed form, recall the projectile motion. What is a projectile? What's the solution for the projectile? The projectile is just one mass, right? Undergoing ani. Now, the projectile motion has the solution y of t equals y naught plus v naught sine of theta t minus 1/2 gt squared. And x of t equals v naught cosine of theta t. Yeah, mo ni siya. In order to use this formula, this is a closed form solution. All you need is the initial angle, right? And the initial velocity in order to solve this one. And what is the solution? This is not a solution. But in vector form, the solution, since this is only one body, so the solution is r of t, in which r of t is a vector given by x of t, I hat plus y of t, j hat. Diba? Tama? Okay? So, kani siya, closed form ni siya. We have this. All you need is initial velocity and the initial angle. And once you know that, you can evaluate, okay, morning key dire. You can evaluate the function at any point in time without calculating the previous points. Nasabtan ninyo? Because a non-closed form solution, in order to know this, you have to run through this. Kailangan na mo siya i-calculate, isa-isa. And every time you do the calculation, there's an approximation error. Nakuha, aya ka maabot dire. But this formula, recall that this formula, I can calculate anywhere, any point here, without calculating this one first. Tama? I can just evaluate this at some point in time, right? So that's a closed form formula. Okay, now you understand the closed form formula. So the king wanted this. Because if we know this, then we can know every future. We can know the future with certainty. Okay? With certainty. We will not have difficulty in computation. If we don't have a closed form, like for example, if wala tayo closed form delay, then in order to calculate this, to know this, we have to run through this one. Isa-isa na natin calculate. Okay? We call that numerical integration. In your computational methods later, naman computational methods, diba? Na computational chemistry. Right? So, there you're going to evaluate things numerically. If you do things in computer translate this equation into what we call an algorithm, and that algorithm is not a closed form solution. Okay? The computer has, if you don't have this, in order for the computer to know this one, dire, kailangan niya mo go through ana. I-simulate niya. We call that a simulation. Okay? So, the king wanted that, but nobody, the most brilliant minds of that time, of those days, they joined the competition. And to no avail, they were not able to solve the problem. Now came a brilliant mathematician. In the 1800s, almost at the turn of the 1900s, Henry Poincaré. Poincaré solved the problem by saying that the problem is unsolvable. Have you solved the problem if you say that the problem is unsolvable? Is it a solution? Yes, actually, kung mo kayong, di ba? Para di na ka mag-waste, para ang mga tao di na mag-waste of time. Right? If you say that, okay, ayaw nagpadayon, kaya di yung kasugton. Let's say, you will know with all certainty. Huwag yung pag-asa yun. So, di na siya mag-waste of time, right? So, ibig sabihin, somehow, it's a solution. He said that the problem is unsolvable. Unsolvable means, okay, this is not true. This is not really this is not actually unsolvable per se. But he said that a closed form solution of this R1, R2, and R3 do not exist. Does not exist. Closed form solution does not exist. There are no closed form equations that can solve the problem. Bisag unsaon niyo, bisag unsa ka ka-bright, you cannot solve this. So this is what Poincaré said about this, because he tried this. In fact, he made a lot of breakthroughs in differential geometry by just trying to solve this one. Okay? But Poincaré there are two breakthroughs that Poincaré gave us. The first is saying that no closed form solution exists. But although no closed form solution exists, okay, special cases, in some special cases, closed form solution exists. For example, for the two-body problem, for the two-body, you have only two body, right? 1 and 2. M1 and M2. The two-body problem also has no solution. There are 6 equations to determine that one. Diba? Tulo. Dua ka vector. 3 dimensions. 3-dimensional 8. So, ibig sabihin tulo. Okay? So, it needs here, kailangan og, this is proven to have no closed form solution also. In the general case, the unsolvable here is that he said that in the general case, we could not find that closed form solution. Same with the two-body problem. But in special cases, meaning that when we're going to a special case here, when M1 becomes so massive, when M1 becomes very massive, meaning that M1 is so much greater than M2, then this problem, the two-body problem, will reduce to what we call the Kepler's problem. And the Kepler's problem, you can calculate a closed form solution. According to Kepler, R of theta, you have this. This is a formula. This is 1 over 1 plus E cosine of theta. This is P. This is an equation of an ellipse. This is an elliptical equation in polar form. Okay? So here, the solution is this. That's why we know that planets will orbit in an ellipse. But this is a special case of the two-body problem. Now, what's a more special case of the two-body problem? Okay, here, the Kepler's motion is a special case of a two-body problem when M1 is very greater than M2. Ang mahitabo is that, okay, one of the masses will be either sa duha ka focal points. Diba, ang ellipse na siya focal points. Duha ka buok. Okay? But the other mass is rotating here, no? It could be that M1 here and M2 is rotating there. Okay? Now, there's another special solution of the two-body problem. Okay? Okay, by the way, by saying this, the two-body problem will reduce to one-body problem. Sabihin, we don't need to take note of this. We are fixing it at a certain point, and only the motion of M2 of this mass here, more than itong isolve. Okay? Meaning that this is a special case, and for a special case, a closed form solution exists. Now, there's one more very famous special case of two-body problem. What is that? The projectile motion. The projectile motion is a very special case. It's a special case of two-body problem. In fact, this problem here and the way that you solve this and the way that this is solved exactly pareho. You can derive this equation from the from this one, from Kepler. As I've said, ngano na siya? Remember, as I've said, let's say naka sa taas nga tower, no? You throw something, it will fall dire. You throw kusog-kusog dire siya, right? But if you throw sufficiently faster velocity, it will fall dire, but then the curvature of the Earth, if this path trajectory is comparable now to the curvature of the Earth, to the radius, then this will orbit dire in an elliptical orbit. So in fact, this is a special case of this special case. You can derive this from here. Okay? But of course, we are not, I will let you do that, siguro. Abangan. Okay? So anyway, so Poincaré said that there is no general closed form solution, but the problem is solvable for special cases. So we don't nato kung sa mga special cases. Okay? The second, and I think this is the most important thing on the discovery Poincaré, the discovery of the fixed points. Okay? This fixed points does all the, in those fixed points is where the interesting dynamics lies. Okay, unsa na siya? Okay, suppose this is M1, M2, and let's say M3. M2. Now, it says that here, somewhere here, na ginatawag ng mga fixed points. Okay? And those fixed points are, ganong gitawag siya nga fixed point? It's a fixed point because, okay, this one here, sample kani siya, no? A curve. Diri siya is this one here, at the bottom is a fixed point. Nga naman, if I'm going to put a particle here, the particle will stay there forever. It will not move, right? So this is what we call a stable fixed point. Stable fixed point. And we also have another, the second type is a unstable fixed point. Naa siya dire. Okay, asa mas interesting sa duha? Asang mas nindot sa duha? Okay? This one is unstable fixed point. Ganong unstable na siya? And why is it a fixed point? Pag magbutang ko diri, will it move? Just at that point. Diba, it will not move. Pero, gamay nga tulak, gamay nga ano diri, it will fall to this direction. Sabtan niyo? And the other one, gamay kud nga diri, it will fall to this direction, right? So unlike this one, and this is what we call also an attractor. The system is dissipative, meaning it loses energy. O gikan siya diri mo, ana-ana na siya, right? Hantod sa time nga mo, settle siya diha, right? It's an attractor. It attracts points here. So, ibig sabihin, if nakay particle nga muana dire, pag dire, okay ra, dito sa mo diretso, tama? What about dire? Pag abot dire, pak, muana na siya dira, and muana. And maybe the particle will settle here eventually. Nakuha? But this one has a very different character, different nga ano. And dire ang morning interesting actually. This one is much more interesting. Why? Okay? Well, the shape looks interesting. But aside from the shape, is actually, suppose na kay trajectory dire. And ni-hit siya dire just beside this point here. Sabihin, kung kani siya naa dire, ni-hit siya just here. Sabtan niyo? Okay? Here. So meaning, asa siya padulong? Padulong siya dito. Diba? Now, suppose another trajectory, gauban sila dire. And gasabay gyapon sila, no? Very small ang difference nila. Dili pareho. Just decide. But here, pag abot niya dire, ang isa, kung mao niyang fixed point, dire siya niigo. So, asa siya padulong? Dire. And now you see that this fixed point will cause the motion to be very different. A small change here will create a very big difference dire. Nasabtan niyo? Right? Okay. And Poincaré discovered that there are fixed points here in such a way that if I'm going to put the mass at that point, it will not move. But kato nga mga fixed point to, it could be stable or unstable. The problem now is that when the trajectory padulong sa fixed point, if that's unstable fixed point, posible nga kani, mukalit siya, muana siya dito, right? And another mass, lahi na nga ano, no? Posible nga, dire, tapad lang sila dire, pag abot niya dire, padulong na siya dito, right? After here, the two will have a very different nga trajectory. And dire, gauban lang sila. Okay? But in the time of Poincaré, this was not, they did not actually realize the impact of this one. And it had to wait until the 1960s. Forward to 1960s. Okay? There's a meteorologist named Edward Lorenz. Edward Lorenz. Lorenz simulate a weather system. Ang iyang plot is such that this. Here is a time. And this could be, I don't know kung sa ano niya dire, possibly ni siya nga wind, speed, or it could be temperature, right? Okay, let's say temperature. Nagsugod siya ani nga value. Let's say yung initial point is 0.5 or another 0.72143 Mo ni ang initial value, no? Kani 741. And then this will trace this trajectory. Okay, so mabalaan niya unsa ang temperature dire, no? Maybe after 6 months or after 1 year. Masabtan? Now, pagbalikon niya ni, it will trace the same trajectory. Okay? Now, na siya nasayop nga nabuhat. Gi-reset niya, and then pag-reset niya, when he started it back, gi-drop niya ang isa dire. It could be that instead of this, it could be that he inputted only, I don't know, say value niya, pero na-drop. Posible nga 3 na lang. Pero duol ra kayo, right? Pero pag-abot dire, okay pa dire, pero pag-abot dire suddenly, and notice that pag-abot dire, the motion is no longer, just the small difference here is no longer, ano dire, and, ano siya, alang ano man eh, he was not expecting this because gamay ra kayo, right? So dapat pag-abot diri is expecting na kumbaga pa kana naara po diri, right? Halos gatapad lang. Maybe the difference will grow pero linearly. But then this is a problem now because there's a very small difference. And nagsugod siya og diri. So yung gibuhat, yung gibalik. And pag-input niya diri mao gihapon, it will trace the same trajectory, meaning that the system is what we call deterministic. If you go back, repeat the process, you will always, with exact the same initial condition, you will end up in exactly the same, you will trace the same trajectory. Okay? So, but then, this is something very unusual. This is almost what we call a stochastic process. What's a stochastic process? Stochastic. A stochastic or what we call a random process. Ang random process mango just like the stock market. In the stock market is governed by a random process. For example, mao ni ang time and of course the stock price. So it pwedeng mag-start siya dire it actually revolves by what we call a Brownian motion. This could be the price of the stock. Now, if I'm going to repeat the process and start again with exactly the same condition, it will not trace this. It will realize a different path. But of course, you can model this through probability. Okay, mo nito actually itong ginatudlo na ako sa katong dito sa PICAS. Okay? If you want to learn this, then just tell me. Okay? This is exciting. Okay? And don't you know that you can use the Schrödinger's equation, quantum mechanics, to predict prices in stock market? A very, very accurate nga mga kuan. I mean, di man nimo maano gid unsa gyud ang price dito, but somehow it actually involves about the pricing. How will you price something that has a future value? Kabalo ka sa future value niya, and then how would you price it now? Ano yung mga problem usually sa stock market? Okay, if you want to know about this, then just tell me. Okay? Na ako'y dagang problem set ani. Now, if you repeat the process again with the same condition, well, it will trace another trajectory. So, kanisya, it looks like stochastic. But then it's not stochastic. He knows that it's deterministic. Because mugamit siya og ikatulo, he will use another 3, which is maybe he used maybe 72144. Okay? Or maybe 7 to 1, 3, instead of 4 dire, 5. So mas close ni siya dire, right? So ang nahitabo, dire gihapon. Pero ang napansin niya, is that the closer ang ilang the farther diri ay sila mo deviate. The closer ang ilang initial value, the farther diri. Na is somewhere diri nga gakos ana. And now, he was so overwhelmed about this that he coined this. He later named this in his paper, and this is now known as what we call the butterfly effect. Okay? What's the butterfly effect? It says that a very small difference in the initial condition would change it. It could be that dito, layo na kayo. The butterfly effect is based on a flap of a butterfly's wing. Ato lang iset sa Philippines ang setting, no? A flap of a butterfly's wing in Jensan could trigger a tornado in Manila. Imagine that. A flap of a butterfly's wing. How weak is that flap of a butterfly's wing? And that butterfly's wing, which is what is flap in Jensan, will one day cause a tornado in Manila. That's how, this is now diri nagsugod na what we call chaos. This is here, the point nga, in Pongkaray actually already discovered it, pero wala pa na siya ipanganlan dito. Okay? Dili pa kayo. Pag abot dire, they now name it chaos. This is chaos. Totally, the system becomes unpredictable. Although it is deterministic, what we could no longer. The problem now is that when you solve the differential equation of this one, you cannot have a closed form solution. Now, that's a problem. If you don't have a closed form solution, unsa tong for example, let's say the path, mao ni ang path. If you don't have a closed form solution, in order to know the value here, dili nimo pwede evaluate ang function at this time, right? You really have to go through this one. I-calculate nimo ni, calculate, hangtod maabot dire. That's how the computer will calculate this point. We don't have that function nga ato lang i-plug. Let's say this is t equals 1 month. We don't have that function nga pag i-plug nato ni, makuha dayon ni. We don't have that closed form solution. And chaotic problems usually don't have closed form solution. In fact, one of the simplest chaotic problem is what we call the simple pendulum. This very, and i-demo na ako ni maybe next meeting. Okay? Why? And there's something, actually, chaos, makita niyo, chaos it's chaotic, but it's very beautiful. Nag-record na siya? Kasi wag-record na. Okay, sabtan, the butterfly effect. Now, what's the butterfly effect? Have you heard this, diba? Maybe. Katagan na siya gigamit. In the movies, in fictions, I don't know, sci-fi mapa-thriller, there's a butterfly effect in the way back sa una nga, some sort of, but in whatever, the butterfly effect is that someone is going back to the past. Now, unsay kuha nato ani? Okay? Now, by the way, kaning mga points of separation as what we call the edge of chaos. Kaning mga dire, no? Katong mga fixed points there where it could be that after those points, totally ang system becomes unpredictable. It's what we call the edge of chaos. Okay? So, okay, let's actually tanaw naton isa sa atong in our lives. What is a butterfly effect to us? Okay, ato sa stochastic o deterministic. In the beginning sa atong sa una, diba, I told you about determinism. Newton's laws is a deterministic equation. Okay? So ang question ani is that are we really choosing things? Murag, kung mubalik ta in the past, if things are deterministic, then exactly this very thing that is happening now will happen. Diba? Meaning that this is happening not because we have chosen this, but because this is where the equations lead to. Sabtan? Okay? Murag, us choosing this is an illusion. Because, murag kumbaga pa, the future is inescapable. What will happen in the future, you could no longer change that. Once the domino has been set, you could not, di ba? Murag domino effect. The cause and effect. If this is a purely deterministic system. Now, we don't know that. Okay? Some people would believe in absolute determinism, meaning that we don't have free will. But, if suppose, or is it that reality is stochastic? Meaning that we are a stochastic dynamical system. Kung sa stochastic dynamical system, there is that randomness. Meaning, pag mubalik ko in the past, not necessarily, meaning that this one here, what is happening now, is not necessarily what will happen. There are many alternate possible paths, possible future, possible based on your choices. Right? So there could be that potential reality wherein nga lahi ang imuhang choices dito. Okay? And you could be tracing a different path. Now, that stochasticity is due to the fact that we can choose. Randomness now, our free will will now cause us to choose. To intervene what was set. Murag kumbaga kung wala man gud free will, if human beings are not here, if we don't have the choice, then the universe will always unfold the way that wala may mo but here that if free will is not an illusion, then we have the power to intervene with the domino. Naka-choice nga pugna nimo ang domino dire, or maybe iana nimo, di ba? Remember you see ka ng mga videos sa domino? Okay? Pwede nimo nga iano nimo dire para ning dire dili na siya mukuan, right? So that is a stochastic. If reality is stochastic. Now we don't know asa. Am I really choosing it? Are the words that I'm saying now are really my choices, or maybe if according to Newton's law, this is actually, I'm saying this because ever since the world began, ever since the universe has come, when the first domino fell, this is meant to happen. Okay? So, asa bagidira. Now, if this is deterministic, and suppose that we can, so, okay. What is that butterfly effect? The butterfly effect is suppose that we can change something. We are a mixture of deterministic and stochastic. Or maybe let's say deterministic. And suppose that we change something in the past, a very, very small change. It could be that now we lead to a very different, for example, let's say ganiha buntag sa imong gibuhat. Pag mata nimo, or maybe last week. Last week was, namalingki ka. And when you went to the market, nagpili ka between tamban o galunggong. Okay, tamban o galunggong. Kabalo mo sa galunggong? Ano kabalo sa mga isda? Okay, pili ka. Pilay per kilo. Of course, gipili, right? Let's say, gipili nimo tamban. And, let's say, nibalik ka ato. Okay, gipili nimo karon, mo ni nahitabo, tamban. Mo ni karon, nakakadira karon kisa ba? Let's say, si pangalan nimo si Altaya. Okay, Altaya. Dili Altaya. Okay. Si Altaya, nipili siya og kanang kaniganing pili niya tamban. And mao na siya karon dire, right? Naa dire si Altaya naminaw. Okay? Now what if ang gipili ni Altaya that time, nibalik siya didto. Ang iyang gipili instead of the tamban, gipili niya ang galunggong. Posible nga totally different karon na hitabo. It could be that nakadaog si Altaya og loto. Di na siya musulod, bahala na mo dira. Right? Siguro tungod kay that decision will lead to another decision And nitaya siya og loto just for maybe for the first time and she won and it's totally different today. Or maybe absent siya karon or maybe I don't know, unsay possibility nga mga kuan. Okay? That small choice, that small difference could actually lead to very large effect in the future. That's a chaotic system. Now, question karon dire is that if we repeat, if we go back and change our choices, if it is possible for us to change, if it is not deterministic, ang question karon is that, is there a much more meaningful life that we should, are we meant to live a specific life? If assuming that we can actually change things, and we have these choices, and our choices intervene with reality, let's drop off absolute determinism. Okay? Because our absolute determinism, wala ta. Now, you know the consequence of absolute determinism, di ba? The consequence of absolute determinism is tanan ta walay sala. I mean, you could not blame somebody who killed o katong nisulod katong bago lang nga viral nga gipaak nga sa crocodile. Kaya nisulod siya dito. Could you blame him? Now, in the absolute deterministic reality, well, you just say that is meant to happen from the Big Bang. Okay? It's meant to happen. So it seems nga nagpili siya dito pero actually he did not choose it. Okay, that's tanggalan nato to because that's nihilistic. That's nihilism. O ba ato na putag isem ani. Okay? So, that's nihilism. Tanggalan na to na. Let's just take a deterministic, but we can change something. Maybe a combination of deterministic and stochasticity. Not totally random because we can actually in control. Ang random ang totally wala tay control. Not purely stochastic, but a combination of chaotic and so that is sa butterfly effect, right? If we repeat something in the past, okay? So muna karon, if we can change things, if we have this ability to choose and live and face different lives, are there more meaningful choices that we should have made? Okay? Is there a life that is more meaningful than the other? Are there choices in our lives that are more meaningful? Are we supposed to live a kind of life that na murag kumbaga pa dapat dito gyud ta, but then our choices cause us this? Because if you are going to the butterfly effect, now una-unaan ang the butterfly effect, it's possible that one kanaganing makadlok pud na the darker side. It could be that your one small mistake or one choice would cause the death of others. Possibly. Pareho lang anang let's say sigarilyo ka, gilabay nimo bisan asa, and that paglabay nimo didto, a chain of effect ra. Paglabay nimo didto, naay na nga bato, and katong bato nga gamay ni siya ni andod na bato nga naigo nga something nga na-slide didto sa dalan nga naibato dito nga dako. Eventually niagi nga motorcycle nga driver. Ang question karon, could you be blamed for that? Taman asa nga atong culpability. If our choices would lead to misfortunes, if our choices would lead to, let's say, mo na ginatanay ang tawagan na sa statistics, Markovian or non-Markovian. We are non-Markovian process. Pero up to sa nga time ta ma-blame. Okay? We are living a non-Markovian. Ang Markovian man is totally ang next nga step has nothing to do with the Okay. So, yeah, are there choices that you are supposed to make? Maybe some life-changing events nga dili nimo akalain, like maybe ni step lang kag-ana gamay because dagag dire, medyo igang feeling, ni step ka dito pag-ana nimo dire, and suddenly when you look at this direction, you see somebody that the moment you look into that person, the world has stopped. And it's inspired you, and that would trace a trajectory You would start living your day being inspired and maybe eventually settle with that person. You're going to trace that trajectory. And pag wala ka ni forward, wala ni mo siya nakitaan. And you could have ended with a different person. Now, pag abot ni mo dito, that person, you would say to that person, we are meant to be with. Pero posible nga, the only difference is that, si step lang ka, that's why nakita ni mo siya. In another possible reality, and maybe, in an alternate reality, the other you, wala ni step, diri, lahi imong na ano. So, is there a person more meaningful than the other? Or just, we are just a product of cause and effect? Okay? It's actually the meaning of our choices, the meaning of the things that we choose, the meaning of our decisions. Are there decisions that is better than the other? So these are questions that I want you to know. So anyway, sa chaos theory, no? Chaos theory is very such that this has seen dili nang diri nga system. Okay? In all aspect, biology, chemistry, even kanaganing chaotic nga mga chemical nga reactions nga ang tubig tubig ang liquid mag-change of color indefinitely. Mo stable siya then mo I want you to search this chaos in chemistry. One of that kanang di ba pag nimo na color changes, right, sa mga reaction. Na reaction nga dili nimo predict yung color, mo change sa pud siya, and posible nga magbalik-balik siya with the same color, or it could change there are reactions on that, non-linear na siya. Okay, in biology chaos is actually very for example, population dynamic, logistic maps. The logistic map is given by the equation y is equal to Rx times 1 minus x. If you plot this one, this is what we call the logistic map. If you plot this one, this is a parabola. That parabola is this. And ano na siya? If you're going to solve this logistic map in the computer, to solve this, you will have this. This is an iteration. Xn, the current value is equal to R times the value before this times 1 minus the value before now. Nakuha? Ang value karon is that, kung unsa tong value dati, maybe the population at n minus 1 at time equals n minus 1, okay, times R, times that constant R. Okay? Now, to do this dynamics, you have to draw a line here, which is, this line is y is equal to x. So, 45 degrees. You can start with x any value. Suppose ka mo start kag x dire. Okay? What is the value of x1? If this is x0, x0, what is x1? Ang x1 is, of course, just plug in x0 here. Tama? And sa ato pa, if this is x0, x1 would be, this is now, x1 would be this value, right? If this is x0, and you plug in x0 aning equation, you solve it, you will know that x1 will be this height. Right? Now, this is now x1. Do not look at the y and the x. Just the length of this. Okay? Now, this x1 now will become the old. Right? Ang next na po nato nga value, ang x2 will be equal to r times x1, 1 minus x1. Tama? So, morning x1, okay? In order to know, ato ni siyang i-plot dire. Atong i-project ni siya dire. Because this will now become the old. This is x1. Kani siya, i-project nato dire sa ato pa. This one here is the same as dire, right? Kani is the same as this, right? Okay? So, mao na po niya ang x1 dire. What is x2 now? x2 is substitute this to this, meaning that imo ning i-project dito sa function. And notice that it will move like this. And posible nga, it will be trapped in a loop. A period of 2 or a period of 4. Posible nga, na possible nga dynamics nga mag-ana siya hantod mo settle sa fixed point. Now, there's a fixed point here. This is a fixed point. Why? Pag iset nimo ang value dire, ang initial value, dire. This cannot escape that fixed point, right? Tama? Tanawa, we can solve this fixed point. That is the intersection of, okay? This is the intersection, okay? Naano to sa math? Muna yung ganahan. How do we solve this x here? To solve that, okay, we just set this fixed point is the intersection of y equals x and y equals this, right? So meaning that fixed point is x equals rx times 1 minus x. This cancels out. So 1 over r equals 1 minus x. Or that x now equals 1 minus 1 over r. Tama? Okay? Now, tanawa. If this is our x naught, dito na magsugod. Meaning, mao na itong gipili nga, nga initial point. What is now x1? Okay, I'll be asking you to do this. What is x1? x1 would be equal to r times x naught, all right? What is x naught? That's 1 over, 1 minus 1 over r times 1 minus 1 minus 1 over r. Tama? And this is r times 1 minus 1 over r times, this is 0, this is negative 1 over r. If you solve this, that is, kani, butang nimo dito, that is r times negative 1 over r plus 1 over r squared. And pag abot nimo dire, substitute nimo, that is now negative 1 plus 1 over r. And kamsa? Ato sang i-check ha. Murag na ako'y sayop dire. Bali na to dito. Bali na to dire. Sakto man. Cancel, cancel. This is 1 over r equals 1 minus x. Bali na to dito. X naught equals 1 minus, yeah, this is correct. Now, i-plug in na po nimo, okay. This is a negative dito. Ganun na negative man ni siya. Na something dire. 1 minus 1 over r, then 1, okay, sabi, naiana dire, oh, di ba? 1 minus x, tama? So, mahimo ni siya og, mahimo ni siya og, plus na ni siya, right? So, this becomes a negative. And this now becomes a positive. And this now becomes ana, so may mong negative. Di ba, mauna po ni siya? Right? Pag plug in mo, dili, so sa ato na, dili siya mo escape, tama? Di na siya mo change, right? So, that's why this is a fixed point. And also, another fixed point is kani. X equals 0. Now, the logistic map is actually a model, a population model. Na ay certain, this is a very good, if you can see the dynamics of this one. Na ay certain, na ay certain condition na posible nga, if this is the population, if xn is the population at time n. Okay? X naught is the population, the start, or you can call, pwede ka magsugod sa x1. Okay, I'd like to start at x naught, x0. The population at time equals 0 at the present. Okay? So, mauni ginatawag nga iteration. Ang yang next value mo ay mahimong input for the future. Murag mao ba tang kanang karon, di ba? Look at, we are actually living an iterator, not an equation, not a closed form equation. Right? There's no, for me, is there an equation of life? I don't think that there's an equation. There's a closed form equation of life. If there's an equation of life, that would be what we call an iteration. Like this. Nga naman, for an iteration, manggod, for an iteration, to know the next value, i-input nimo ang present value. And when you get now the next, the future value, na nakadire, mauna po niya mahimong input sa equation nimo, right? That's why, recall sa katong gisulti nako ganiha, if you don't have a closed form, to calculate here, kailangan nimo i-go through ni sa isa-isa, right? If you don't have a, ayha ka maabot dire. Okay? So, life is something like that, right? Ang current state nimo will be, is like an input of all the operations. Something, the world, something that, there's something being, it's like an equation. Murag, ang input nimo is your current state, yourself now. That is your input variable. What's the output variable? What would happen in the condition? So tomorrow's value, ang base sa tomorrow's value is your input karon. What would happen tomorrow? Okay? Tomorrow is actually, that's why tomorrow is the product of today. Just an we call that an iterative equation. Iteration. Ano sa spelling ani? Ani man siguro, iteration? An iteration, or we will have an iterative equation wherein the current is an input. Okay? The difference is that for a closed form formula, like for the projectile, all you have to do is find this time and plug in sa formula, makuha ni mo ni. Right? But we don't have that. You will not know 1 year from now. Dili nimo pwede i-input ang imuhang karon sa after 1 year. Why? Because after 1 year, you will be the product of the events that is happening sa imuhang kada adlaw, right? You are the product of that. Di ba? Ugma, it could be the next month mo change na kagamay. So in the future, karon today may not have, may be not so ano. So that's why, if there's an equation for life, it's not a closed form equation. It's not what we call an iterative equation. Okay? So anyway, diyan na